Good morning, student. Today we are going to discuss about the numerical on the kinetics of rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion is nothing but the motion along a straight line. So, while studying the numerical of rectilinear motion, we are going to use to apply Newton's second law of motion. So, all of you know that the Newton's second law of motion equation F equal to Jame means to the numerical of rectilinear motion I am going to apply this equation and I am going to solve the numerical. So starting with the first numerical, a 50 kg crate is projected along the floor with an initial speed of 7 meter per second at x equal to 0. The coefficient of kinetic friction mu k equal to 0.4. Full stop. Calculate the time required for the crate to come to the rest and corresponding distance x travel. So in this case they have given you 50 kg crate with initial velocity at x naught x equal to 0. You have given initial velocity v naught equal to 7 meter per second. The weight of the crate is nothing but the container is 50 kg. So means motion is taking place in this direction. So I have mentioned m into a. So m is nothing but the 50 a. Direction of the motion is this direction. So I am drawing here the free body diagram of the crate. Weight of the crate will act vertically downward. Crate is resting on the surface, so it will give you the surface will give the normal reaction to the crate. I am considering that as a n1. Motion of the body is taking place in rightward direction, so frictional force will develop in the opposite to the motion, that is in leftward direction. Okay, so now I am going to apply the condition, means as the motion is, I am going to apply the Newton's second law of motion. But if you see here, the motion is horizontal, so there is no motion in vertical direction. So I am going to apply summation fy equal to 0. I am not considering here m into ay because no motion in vertical direction. So I am going to apply summation fy equal to 0. So I will get this n1 value. So n1 upward positive, weight of the crate downward, so it is negative equal to 0. So I will get the n1 value as 490.5 Newton. So after calculating n1, I am going to apply Newton's second law of motion in x direction, that is in horizontal direction, because the motion takes place in horizontal direction. So I am applying summation fx equal to max. So as per summation fx means summation of forces, means algebraic summation of forces. So as per the sign convention, frictional force, if you see here, frictional force here is in leftward direction. So for this term will become minus. There is no other horizontal force, so equal to m into ax in x direction, and it is in positive means rightward direction. So 50 into ax is nothing but the a I am considering. So after putting the value of n1, I will get the value of a. I have got the value of a now. So this value come as a negative. So means there is a deceleration. Now from the given data, u equal to 7 meter per second, that is initial velocity. Finally the crate come to stop after traveling some distance. So how much the distance it has traveled I have to calculate. So for that I know v u initial velocity. So initially I am going to calculate the time by using the equation v equal to u plus at. So after putting the value, I will get the time as 1.784 second. So after knowing the time, also known initial and final velocity, I have to calculate displacement x. So I am using the third equation of kinematics of motion. So final velocity is 0, initial velocity is 7, which already given, 2, a value I already calculated, minus 3.924, and s is nothing but I am considering x here. So I have calculated x value. After simplifying the calculation, I will get this value as 6.244 meter. So I have solved this numerical by applying Newton's second law of motion. Initially, I have calculated acceleration. After calculating acceleration, I have to calculate x. For that, I should know the time. So I have calculated time. After that, I have calculated the displacement. Now we are going to discuss about the same type of problem on the inclined plane. So in the second problem in this numerical, a body of mass m is projected up, means is moving in upward direction to a inclined plane, is projected up at 25-degree inclined plane with an initial velocity of 15 meter per second. If the coefficient of friction, means coefficient of friction mu k equal to 0.25, comma, determine how far the body will move up the plane and the time required to reach the highest point. Means I have to calculate how much the body will move up the plane and how much time it will require to go to the highest point. So you have given the body whose mass is m. It is inclined to the horizontal at a 25-degree. It is moving in up the plane. So I am showing the motion in upward direction, m into a. So now I have considering this as a x, this as a y, means along the plane x perpendicular to the plane y. So this is a positive x, this is a positive y, this is a negative x, this is a negative y. So initially this m mass is acting multiplying by g, it will convert in a weight. So I resolve. So as this is a 25 with horizontal phase, so this will become 25. Already we have discussed lots of numerical on this, how this angle will be a 25. Also along the, means this angle will become mg cos 25, means the force which make an angle along the plane will become cos, this will become sine, that is mg sine 25. As the motion is up, as it is moving on the inclined plane, there will be a normal reaction. I am considering as a n1. You can consider it as a n, no problem, whatever it you want to consider, but consider capital N. So I am consider it as a n1. After motion is taken in upward direction, so I have shown here the frictional force opposite to the motion, that is in downward direction, 0.25 n1. So in this way I have drawn the free body diagram for the given body of mass m. So after showing the free body diagram, I am again going to apply first, as motion is not in perpendicular direction to the plane, so I am going to apply summation fy in that direction, considering upward positive, that is perpendicular to the plane, upward positive, and downward negative, upward along the plane positive, upward downward along the plane negative. So that is sign convention I am going to consider. So in this numerical I am applying summation fy equal to 0, that is perpendicular to the plane, n1 is upward and perpendicular to the plane, so plus n1, this is mg cos 25 downward perpendicular to the plane, so minus mg cos 25. So I will get the value of n1 as a mg cos 25. Second, I am again going to apply along the plane Newton's second law of motion, that is summation fx equal to maf. So in this case there is a weight component, that is mg sin 25, which is along the plane in downward direction, that is in negative x direction, so minus. Also there is a frictional force which is also again in negative direction of x, that is along the plane in negative direction, so I have taken minus sign here, that is 0.25 n1 equal to m into ax. Now the motion is along the positive x-axis, so m into a I have considered here. So now I am putting the value of n1 here. So minus mg sin 25 minus 0.25 into mg cos 25 equal to m. So m is common in all terms, so I am cancelling m here, so m get cancelled, and I am calculating the value of a, so it will become, and putting the value of g, so it will become minus 9.81 in bracket sin 25 plus 0.25 cos 25. So after calculating I will get the acceleration as a minus 6.369 meter per second square. Means the body is going to decelerate, means it is after traveling some distance it is going to stop at some suitable height, sorry, after at some suitable distance. So I am getting the acceleration as a minus 6.369 meter per second square. Now in this numerical you have given the initial velocity, and finally as it is decelerate after reaching some suitable height on the inclined plane, it will going to stop, the mass m going to stop, so final velocity will become 0. So again I am using v equal to u plus at, v0 u15 a minus 6.369 into t, so I got time. Again using equation, third equation of motion, v square equal to u square plus twice as, final v0 u already given, a calculated, so I will get the s, that is 70.66 meter. So the object will travel maximum distance, cover maximum distance as a 17.66 on the inclined plane. Now I am going to discuss the third numerical on kinetics of rectilinear motion by applying Newton's second law of motion. So in this numerical, a hockey player hits a puck so that it comes to rest in 9 seconds. Means a hockey player is hit by a puck. Puck is nothing but the thing which used to play with a hockey. Hit a puck so that it come to rest in 9 seconds after sliding 30 meter horizontally on the ice. Determine the initial velocity of the puck. Coefficient of friction between puck and ice. Means you have given the data. A hockey player hits a puck, so after hitting the puck it will move with some initial velocity which I have to calculate. So final velocity after hitting it, it will move, slide down and it will come to the rest, so final velocity will become 0. Distance, how much it will travel to come to rest, it will travel 30 meter, which you have given here. Also you are given it come to rest in 9 seconds, means you are given time equal to 9 seconds. So from the given data I am using the equation of motion v equal to u plus at. So final velocity as it come to rest finally, so equal to 0, u which you don't know, you have to calculate, a into t is given as a 9 seconds, so u equal to minus 9 a. Now second I am using the second equation of motion, s equal to ut plus half at square. So I am putting all the value, s 30, u equal to minus 9a, t plus half a t square. So I know the time value, so I am putting the t here, so I will get the value of a as a 0.741 meter per second. Means it will going to decelerate, means it is coming to a stop after traveling some distance, so that is why I am getting a value as a minus. So I have calculated a, so from that I am putting the value of a in this equation, u equal to minus 9a, so u equal to minus 9a, so minus 9 into a is nothing but the minus 0.741, so I will get the initial velocity as a 6.67 meter per second, which I have to calculate. Now after calculating, again they have asked to calculate coefficient of friction between puck and ice, means you have to calculate the mu k value, that is coefficient of friction, kinetic friction. So for that I am drawing the free body diagram. This is a plug whose weight will act vertically downward as it is resting on horizontal plane, so there will be reaction n1. After hitting by a hockey it will move, suppose I am considering the motion is in direction, so m into a, so frictional force will act in a opposite to the motion. So after drawing the free body diagram I am going to apply the again same two condition. First one is as motion not in vertical direction, so summation fy equal to 0 I will get n1. Then motion is in x direction I have considered here. So summation fx equal to m ax. So for fx means summation of forces. So frictional force in left forward direction, so minus mu k into n1 equal to m. Ax is nothing but the acceleration in the x direction, which is nothing but the a. So I am putting the n1 value here and a value here. So mu k n1 is nothing but the mg I have calculated. M a value is minus 0.741. So minus minus sign get cancelled, m get cancelled. So mu k equal to 0.741 divided by 9.81. So I will get the mu k value as 0.0755. Mu k is nothing but a coefficient of friction, so it don't have any unit. Now I am discussing the next numerical of the kinetics of rectilinear motion by applying Newton's second law of motion. So the conveyor belt as shown in figure is designed to transport packages of various weight. Each 10 kg package has a coefficient of friction mu k equal to 0.15. If the speed of the conveyor is 5 meter per second and then it suddenly stop, the determine the required time and the distance will slide on the conveyor belt before coming to stop. Suppose I am considering this package is resting on this belt system. Suppose this is the belt system on which it is moving. So as it is moving in rightward, suppose I am considering in rightward direction, after applying brake means after it stops suddenly after application of the brake, so because of the inertia of the body it will try to move in rightward direction. So that sentence I have written here. Consider the package is moving towards right. When conveyor belt stop, package start moving with velocity 5 meter per second towards the right due to inertia of the body. So I am drawing the free body diagram for the package of 10 kg with showing the motion of the body. So this is a 10 kg package. I have shown vertically downward. 10 into 9.81 is nothing but the weight of the package. As it is moving on the conveyor belt, it will give reaction. Motion as after application of the brake, it stops suddenly. So motion will take place in rightward direction. So I have shown here m into a equal to m is nothing but 10 into a. As motion in rightward, the frictional force will develop opposite to the motion that is in leftward direction, that is nothing but the 0.15 n1. 0.15 is nothing but the mu k value which you have given. So again same, motion is in horizontal direction, horizontal x direction. So initially I am applying summation fy to calculate n1. After getting n1 I am applying Newton's second law of motion in x direction. So after applying Newton's second law of motion, I am putting the value. There is only frictional force in x direction, that is summation fx. So it is in left forward, so minus 0.15 n1 m into ax. So m means nothing but the 10. Ax is nothing but acceleration in x direction. So I am calculating the acceleration, which I am getting the minus 1.4715. Means one minus value I am getting means after application of brakes it will move in rightward direction and it is travel some distance and after that going to stop. So it will decelerate its motion. So I am getting acceleration as a minus here. So now I have given initial velocity 5 meter per second. So final velocity I don't know, which I have want to means I have to calculate. Sorry, final velocity means it's come to stop, so it will become 0. So I'm using equation v equal to u plus at, so that I will get the time. And after that I am using the second equation of motion v equal to u square plus twice as. After putting the value I will get the distance travel by the package after application of the brake, that is after suddenly it stop, it will travel a distance of 8.495 meter. So now we are going to discuss the another numerical of the kinetics of motion of rectilinear motion by application of the Newton's second law of motion. So in this case they have given a 90 kg block rest on a horizontal plane. A 90 kg block rest on horizontal plane. Find the magnitude of force P required to give the block an acceleration of 3 meter per second square to the right, the coefficient of friction between the block and the plane is 0.25 meter per second square. So now we are going to discuss about next numerical on the kinetics of the rectilinear motion by application of the Newton's second law of motion. So in this numerical they have given you a 30 kg 90 kg block rest on a horizontal plane. Find the magnitude of force P required to give the block an acceleration of 3 meter per second to the right. The coefficient of friction between the block and the plane is 0.25. You have given 90 kg block and the force is P is applied as shown in the figure at a 30-degree with the horizontal. So because of the force, the block will accelerate at a 3 meter per second. So in means the because of the force P, the block will move in a rightward direction. Means motion is taking place in rightward direction. So I have drawn the free body diagram. Motion in rightward, weight 90 kg, 90 into 9.81, resting on the surface. Means it is touching to the surface, so normal reaction. I am considering N here. You can consider N1 also, no problem. Motion is rightward, so M into A, that is 90 into acceleration is 3 you have given. So frictional force is opposite to the motion. Frictional coefficient of friction value 0.25 N. This is a P force. So initially as motion in horizontal x direction, so I am applying summation Fy equal to 0. So after applying summation Fy equal to 0, so N, that is upward positive, this component of the P, one, if I resolve this force P, it one component is horizontally rightward, one component is vertically downward. So it is in downward, so it will minus P sin theta, and also this weight, that is 90 into 9.1 vertically downward, equal to 0. So I will get the N value as P sin theta value I am putting here. So P sin 30 plus 90 into 9.81. Next I am going to apply summation Fx equal to MAx because motion is taken in horizontal direction. So as per the sign convention, P component is horizontally rightward, so positive P cos 30. Frictional force component leftward, so minus 0.25 N equal to M into acceleration component is rightward, so it is positive, so 90 into 3. So after putting all value, and I am putting the N value which I have already calculated, P sin 30 plus 90 into 9.81, and I am going to simplify it to calculate the value of P. So if you see here, I am taking the P common, so P cos in bracket cos 30 minus 0.25 sin 30 equal to 90 into 3 plus 90 into 9.81 into 0.25. After calculating the P value, I will get P as a 662.22 Newton